Hot today, and I'm trying to balance myself, but I don't know what to say, because when I balance myself, things are not getting okay. I want to show you a park, and this park is a serious park, and it's a park where people usually come to, relax, do business, have some talks and discuss some points. But I'm not in mood of discussing anything with anybody. I'm not in mood of even talking to people around me. I'm just I want to be myself. When something clicks in your mind and then you think about it and then you try to see how you're gonna implement that thing, but you don't, because you have some limitations. Well, it depends mindset or how you view things, but for me, I was thinking it's better I open up. When you're living in a place where you depend on grid or electricity to live, it becomes difficult to live off the grid and try to sustain yourself. These are the things I've been trying to talk about, discuss, let people know, so that you can make your own decision. And if there's something that is complex, is to reach a point whereby you want to make a decision about something, but you are not managing. In an intersection that is somehow busy. I want to cross over to the other side, but you can see how busy this intersection is. Vehicles are moving anyhowly, but I expect to cross over, and I did. It's a very busy intersection. It's a busy intersection that requires concentration. If you don't have concentration, you will not be able to close here. When you go to a place and you find without electricity or the grid, you cannot be able to do anything. Definitely that one becomes a milestone challenge. And that milestone challenge, it's not something actually you can overcome easily. You will require to have a strategy, and that strategy is where now you need people, or you need to think deeper. That struck me, and what struck me is you can walk and blog and tell people about some few things that they don't understand or they don't know. My bottom theme line is the grid or the electricity or energy means everything here, because without it you will not be able to function 3 or 30% or 100%, let's say, fully. We are living in the world where balkanization or westernization takes effects. You can't eat or do something without electricity. Where is that taking you? If the whole town is affected by the energy crisis, people go hungry, nothing will move. Meaning, we have been inflicted with the pain of depending on electricity or grid, which I have been saying it's better you prefer not to be hooked to the grid and experience exploration. You move off the grid, you try to do what you call personal effective sustainability development conscious mind, where you can move from one region to another where you don't need grid to live. And when you don't need grid to live, definitely you are making a comeback to reality. Why should I need electricity now and then? Like now, I was bored in the house. I didn't have electricity. I couldn't cook food to eat simply because The stove that I'm using, it's electric stove. Alternatively, if you want to have what you call supplements, you can use gas cylinder to cook, which is effective. I do believe so, because I've used it several times and I have seen how effective it can be. But my off-grid principle is it possible for me to, at any one given time, be able to cook with the firewood my own food? And if I be able to cook food with firewood, can you be able to eat it? And if you can be able to eat it, then definitely you stand a chance of being totally dependent. When you're totally dependent, that means you can be able to afford to challenge life. And when I say you challenge life, I mean you live according to the principles of nature. For instance, if you go and have a short call or long call, you need the facilities. If you don't have a system to pump water, does it mean that you not be able to help yourself? That is a lie we are living in today. All these flats you see, they have the systems to mechanize the cleanliness and maintain, what not many can expect. But my argument here is, will at any one given time be there an opportunity for nature or natural living to exist? Because if the electricity goes, you not cook. If electricity goes, there's no refrigeration. If electricity goes, you can't pump out the sewage. It's bottom flat line. If you have a pit latrine with proper hygienic standards and ventilation, definitely you'll be able to flush out, right? That is it. I'll be able to live from the garden, and living from the garden is not hard. We complicate things and make things look somehow, complicated, and that is not the case. Understanding the challenges of the nature will give us hope, and will cut off reliability on the grid. If I have firewood, I will cook and eat. I don't need the grid. I don't need it. If I have 2 chickens that are laying eggs every day at the backyard, and I'm correcting those eggs every day, what does that tell me? It tells me I'll be able to eat. And if I'll be able to eat, there'll be food on the table. Fresh. The area I'm at right now, without electricity, you cannot live. You can't. And why you cannot live is because everything is automated with a grid. Whatever you may name it, it is automated. And when it is automated, that means it's you are connected to the system. You are connected to the system. And this system you are connected to is system that you're paying for. This is a system you're paying for. Otherwise, if you're not paying for, then you're off the hook. And when I say you're off the hook, then that means you are not. It's like you're gonna go back to Stone Age days. Those days whereby, everything was manual. That is what everybody hates. Because you call greed in connectivity civilization, but to me it's not civilization. It's adaptability to slavery. Because you have to work to sustain the greed. Because the greed is feeding you automatically and providing you with actually what you need to live. My channel is open, and I blog about things that I know are affecting the society at any one given time, and that is why I started blogging 20 minutes ago, because I want a clear picture of adaptability and why I should transform the way of life to create perfectionists. You understand? And you cannot create perfectionists if you are confused. Living a lie is something we have to stop. You hear the dogs now? They have started madness. I told you, these streets, dogs are everywhere. And if one barks, the other ones, they start now the rhythm. So it becomes like a barking rhythm of the dogs. I hate it. Have you seen someone walking on this street apart from me? Why? Ask yourself why. Why? You're the only one